Ladies, you've seen the headlines. Another woman thinks she's locked down a billionaire by having his baby, only to be left holding diapers while he moves on to the next. You might be wondering, why do women time and time again believe that getting pregnant by a wealthy, high-status man will guarantee them a life of luxury and stability? Here's the brutal truth. It doesn't. And no one proves this better than Elon Musk. He's one of the richest men on the planet, yet every single woman who's had his child has learned the hard way that being a baby mama does not mean being a wife. If you think a pregnancy equals lifelong financial security, support, and the future of your wildest dreams, think again. Today, we're breaking down the cold, hard facts about why trying to baby trap a rich man is a losing strategy. We'll expose how men like Musk protect their fortunes, avoid commitment, and leave their baby mothers financially powerless. And why smart women play the game completely differently. Too many women believe in the fantasy that if they get pregnant, their rich boyfriend will step up, propose, and build a family with them. They think the baby changes everything, that he'll suddenly see her as the one. But in reality, it almost never happens. Instead, what happens is damage control. The second you tell a rich man you're pregnant, he doesn't start wedding planning. He calls his lawyer. He sets up a trust for the baby, not for you. He ensures that any child support agreement is locked in at the lowest legal amount possible. And most importantly, he continues living his life exactly as he did before, only now with a legal obligation to send a check every month. And what about you? You're stuck raising a child on your own, watching him date the next woman while you try to chase him down for a few extra dollars. That's not power. That's not security. And it's definitely not the trophy wife lifestyle you imagined. Here's something every woman needs to understand. A baby does not secure your financial future. Marriage, on the other hand, does. Or should I say, it can, assuming you're savvy and play your cards right. A baby mama gets a child support payment, often capped by the court system to a number that is based on reasonable needs, not the luxury lifestyle she imagined. She gets her name tied to him in legal documents, but not in any way that grants her access to his wealth, legacy, or decision-making. But a wife? A wife is part of the legal structure. She owns assets with him. She has marital rights that ensure she gets a cut of what's built during the relationship. She has legal protection if the marriage ends, ensuring she walks away with a settlement, alimony, and financial security for life. Look at Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott. She got $38 billion in their divorce because she was his wife. Meanwhile, Bezos' ex-girlfriends? They got a couple of photos in the tabloids and maybe a nice vacation or two. Ladies, if you want true security, you don't become the mother of his child. You become the woman he legally binds his life to. Elon Musk is the perfect case study of a high-value man who fathered multiple children but never handed over financial control. Why? Because men like him don't think emotionally, they think strategically. Men at this level understand power, legacy, and control. They know that marriage gives women legal rights to their wealth, so they avoid it at all costs. Instead, they create financial barriers to keep their assets locked away, even from the women they have children with. Musk is worth over $200 billion. Yet, if you look at the women who have had his children, not a single one of them has been elevated to wife status. Instead, he ensures his children are taken care of while keeping their mothers financially dependent on whatever crumbs he decides to provide. And let's not forget, Musk isn't alone in this. Plenty of ultra-rich men follow the exact same playbook. They'll have kids, but they'll never marry the mother, because once you're his wife, he owes you half. Once you're legally bound, you have leverage. And leverage is something these men will do anything to avoid giving you. If having his baby isn't the move, then what is? How do you actually ensure that a wealthy, powerful man invests in you, not just as the mother of his child, but as his equal partner? First, you have to understand one key thing. Men invest in what they value, and they value things that are rare, hard to get, and impossible to replace. If a man thinks you're desperate to tie him down, he'll see you as a burden. But if he sees you as a woman who enhances his life, who makes him better, who adds value beyond just physical beauty, that's when he starts seeing you as irreplaceable. Wives don't beg for a ring. They position themselves as the only logical choice, and part of that positioning means knowing your worth. If you're dating a high-value man, you should never be in a situation where you feel financially dependent on him. You should be building your own wealth, securing your own assets, and ensuring that your lifestyle isn't based on what he chooses to give you. So now let's talk about how to secure the bag without the baby trap. Step 1. Make sure you have your own financial foundation. Whether that's through investments, a business, or high-value networking, never be a woman who relies entirely on a man's money. Step 2. Don't settle for situationship status. If a man isn't talking marriage and long-term commitment, he's keeping his options open. Step 3. If you're dating a powerful man, have the hard conversations early. Ask about finances. Ask about legal protections. And don't be afraid to set your own standards about what you expect in a long-term partnership. And step 4, the most important one of all. Never, under any circumstances, use pregnancy as a strategy. If a man wants you as his wife, he will make that decision without the need for a child to force his hand. Most women don't realize this, but rich, powerful men have mastered the art of emotional detachment. They know how to make you feel special while keeping you at arm's length. They'll take you on private jet vacations, introduce you to high society, spoil you with gifts. But the second you start expecting long-term commitment, they pull back. And if you question them about it, they'll flip the script and make you feel like you're the one rushing things. This is called intermittent reinforcement, a psychological technique where a man gives you just enough affection, just enough attention, just enough security to keep you hooked, but never enough to feel truly safe. It's why baby mamas of billionaires keep hoping for more. They think that since he still talks to them, since he's still charming, since he's still involved with the child, that he must still have feelings for them. But no, he's just keeping the door open enough so that you don't turn against him. Men like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and even Leonardo DiCaprio have mastered this. They know that if they fully cut off their exes or baby mamas, it could turn into a messy public battle. So instead they keep things friendly, cordial, and detached, all while ensuring their assets remain completely off limits. If a man wanted to marry you, he would. If a man wanted to invest in you, he would. If he's dragging his feet, it's because he doesn't see you as his future. He sees you as an option. And if you don't recognize that game, you'll end up just like the women before you, hoping for a ring that's never coming. So if the pregnancy trap doesn't work, what does? The smartest women in history, the ones who walked away from powerful men with money, respect, and lifelong security, never relied on a child to give them leverage. They relied on strategy. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Keep your emotions in check. Rich men are used to women falling head over heels. They thrive on being chased, being adored, being pursued. The moment you make it clear that you aren't emotionally dependent on him, he has to work harder to keep you. Step 2. Make him invest in you before you invest in him. If a man is serious about you, he'll show it through actions, not words. A man who sees you as his long-term partner will introduce you to his network, invest in your goals, and secure your lifestyle in meaningful ways. If you're dating a rich man and he hasn't bought you property, put your name on business shares, or ensured you're financially protected, you are not a priority. You're a pastime. Step 3. Never be too available. Billionaire men are used to having instant access to women. They're used to women dropping everything to see them. If you want to keep your power, you don't let him control your time. You let him wonder where you are. You make him work for your presence. If you act like every other woman who's fallen for him before, you'll be treated just like them. Forgotten the second he moves on. The women who win this game don't let men dictate their futures. They position themselves as irreplaceable, high-value partners. At the end of the day, you have to decide what kind of woman you want to be. Do you want to be the woman waiting for a ring that never comes, settling for child support checks, watching him move on to the next woman while you struggle? Or do you want to be the woman who plays the game smarter than him? The one who doesn't chase a man but instead builds a future where men chase her? Because the real trophy wives, the ones who secure the luxury, the financial security, the protection, they never rely on a baby to keep a man. They rely on their own strategy, their own value, and their own power. So, what do you think of the baby mama route to trophy wifedom? Do you know any women for whom this strategy has worked out? And if so, what made them or their husbands-to-be different? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to the Trophy Wife's Guide to Life for more luxury lifestyle, high-value dating, and strategic relationship insights.